What's up, guys? It's WMMA here with the fights to make after UFC 314. Now, it's been a couple days. I gave it some time to digest because there are some matchups that were a little harder to pick. But let's get into it right away because this one's pretty obvious. It's going to be Volk versus Movsar. Even I have. I mean, it's pretty obvious this fight has to happen. And I say it's pretty obvious. I'm not sure it's going to happen. It's pretty obvious on the merit-based scoring system we're going by, right? That is Movsar. But, like, they might give it to Yair. It was so scary when he was like, yeah, after one fight, Hunter said he would give me the fight for the title. And I'm like, uh-oh. I really hope we're offering the nice false promises, the let's bait and switch, and that means, yeah, you can have the title shot. Wait out another 9 months. Wait out another 2 years, right? God damn, by the way, Movsar's tits keep staring at me. He is such an insane physique, but dude, I just hate this fight because I feel like Movsar, dude, you guys see him damn cracking walnuts with one hand? He got some weird brute freak blockhead strength. Little scary. I think he would controversial. It would be the same kind of decision as Big Ank versus Pereira. Or it's no, Pereira won that off a bitter pat jab. It's gonna be the same thing. Volk's gonna be slightly outdoing him with a jab. It's gonna be pretty clear. Movsar wins on some. It's gonna be like 2-2, but Movsar wins off a control time round because really nothing else happened. And prime, I'm not like prime for prime. Volk walks through, but I could see Movsar being a Big Ank. Where I know they haven't done shit for the division yet, but I could see them leaving behind a legacy and just they don't get cracked too badly and they're just so consistent. And I know roll the clip of Diego catching Movsar, right? Or Big Ank tapping, but these guys are just so consistent. And they don't go out of their comfort zone. They fight when they know they're perfectly healthy. And I mean, as they should, right? They have reason to, right? They have the ability to. They're not gonna risk it. Fuck that. We got legacy to build, right? But please, I mean, I'm not counting Volk out of this fight. I think it's a really close dead evens fight. And a year ago, I would have easily picked Volk. It's just Movsar's getting more and more and more time to catch up, and Volk is just wilting. I mean, make it happen sooner than later. Volk off some momentum, not instantly, but. And you know what? I know this has nothing to do with Guadalajara, but my next fight, I mean, sorry, spoilers, it's going to be Diego Lopes Yair. That could co-main, and this could main, and it's just the winner of that gets the next title shot. And I'm not the biggest fan of throwing Diego Lopes back in there, but if we really want to dangle that treat in front of Yair's face to make him not wait out another 20 months, put a title fight on the same card as him, and maybe say this time it won't be a false promise. But yeah, I mean, this is the pretty obvious fight to make. There's been so much already said on it. It's been so much already said on it too, because Movsar, this was supposed to be his fight damn while ago. But good, shout out to Movsar. He's deserved it the same way Bilal deserved it, even though they made him wait out and wait out and wait out. But yeah, it's an obvious fight to make. Moving on. I've already said who it is. Mr. Complainer, Mr. I deserve a title shot. Dude, this rivalry was so fun on the press conference. Could you only imagine the stakes in Mexico? Now they're fighting over the day. I don't know who the crowd are back, because I don't know the most of the Mexican fan base choice on who they like more. But Yair seemed a little butthurt, and so maybe they wouldn't pick him. I don't know, but oh, this would be such a fun fight. I don't think Yair could stink it up from the outside. I feel like Diego would try to make it meaningful. I don't know who would win this, though. Because why I was pretty sure Volk was going to win it. I say pretty sure, but like there's a whole chin thing. But why skill for skill? It was like Volk's going to outdo him. It's Diego Lopes has not been tested against the widest range of styles, right? Like, you look at the skilled fighters he's fought, Dan Ige. Before the Volk fight, it was Dan Ige, Movsar, and, oh my gosh, I'm really blanking on one. Brian Ortega, right? So we got Dan Ige, solid boxer, and decent wrestling. Brian Ortega, decent striking, but really good grappling. And Mozart, okay striking, really good grappling. Right? It's not the widest. He's not fighting no Taekwondo 20th degree black belt, right? Some freaky axe kicks that you know are never gonna land, but he threw them. Ooh, if that landed, right? But reality, a bunch of pitter pat quick body kicks. And has he fought someone with that lanky, flick up a body kick, reset, run, touch you, move, touch you, move, touch you, move? He just fought a Volk who has a same descriptive style where he'll touch you, move, touch you, touch you, move, touch you, move, but in a completely different way. And we saw he struggled. But now he's gonna fight a guy who will touch you, move, touch you, move, touch you, move, touch you, move. I keep saying that too much. I don't know why. But Yair will do that, but with a better chin. If he catches on the end of the punch, he'll just waddle around. He built different with that chin. Now, I'm saying all of this to then finish it with Diego Lopes will probably step behind his foot, push him over, and choke him out in round 2 or 3. But dude, if one of them taps in the damn, I don't know, the home country, yeah. If one of them taps in the damn home country, dude, that's like, hey, that's Khabib McGregor. I own you, bitch. It'd be such a fun fight, such a fun rivalry. Great co-main event. Make it 5 rounds, right? Why not? It's the perfect co-main to make 5 rounds. I mean, it's just spelled out for you. Don't give Yair the title shot. But let's move on to the loser of the co-main. I mean, the winner of the co-main. Sorry. Paddy Pimblet. Now, there's 2 ways we can go. And the first one is ideal, right? Daisies and flowers and walking through a nice old theme park. Perfect world. It's Charles Oliveira. A low quality image because it's probably not going to happen. Charles is... These former champs get into their prancy little, I'm too good for this. I earned it, right? And it's like the UFC is about what's happening now. And the more these guys wait on wins, it's like you were a champion, you were great. But we're trying to progress. It's the same thing with Usman. And I'm glad Adesanya is not waiting. He's just going out and fighting. For as much as I have hated on him in the past, I mean, man's doing what he needs to. Charles beat Michael Chandler, who's now not ranked too highly, let's say. Ranked below the top 10. And now what? Even though he's ranked number 2 in the world, doesn't earn him a title shot. So a Paddy call is perfect because it's not too much of a risk of fighting those top 3. Also, you can't even really fight a lot of those guys in the 4 through 1 because you've already beaten them. Lost them, right? It's like rematch after rematch after rematch. It's nice to get one of those fresh faces cracking into the top 5. This would be the perfect matchup for it, right? I mean, we get Paddy into the title shot, or Charles beating another guy, having a star already, right? Being famous. So beating Paddy would just be like, hey, remember my name, now put me in that title shot. Right? Especially with the division looking like it's going to clear up soon. Either with Islam moving up or Ilya fighting for the belt. A big movement is coming. We don't know it yet, though. But this would be the perfect fight. But we could have another... It could be like Usman... What Usman versus Buckley is looking like now, where Usman is just sitting up there saying he wants to fight, but the clock keeps ticking. So we'll move on to a guy who probably will never say no, who's game as heck. Dan Uka. Can't even pronounce the H, dude. Dan Uka. He is... This would be such a fun build-up. I mean... I'm trying to think. This could be... they probably want to give Paddy a decent amount of time in between fights, a good 5-6 months. But, like, late... This could be like an August fight. It could still... Right? We could still push it around to the summer, even though it's late summer. Or fall. This would be a great fall co-main event. I can't think of numbers. Maybe it'd be after the Guadalajara pay-per-view, but... Yeah, I mean... These are... You could honestly sprinkle anyone between these 2 guys too. Don't give Paddy Mateus Gamrot. What a boring, stinking... If Gamrot wins that, what a way to kill all the momentum. But if you give him even a Gaethje... You know what, honestly, just give him a Gaethje so he doesn't get the title shot. And I feel bad because Gaethje really helped the company with that Holloway fight. Still, Poirier, no. Poirier's deserved more of a legend in his final fight. But yeah, just anything that launches Paddy up higher. That's all we're looking for, even if he wins or doesn't. I don't think Paddy would stink up, make another Jared Gordon performance. All these top guys are there for absolute brutal war. Absolute savages, killers, marauders. So they are such marauders that Benoit Saint Denis isn't even in the top 10. Okay, so yeah. Paddy Pimblet, I mean, somewhere around here. These are the two most I'm the biggest fan of, but you could really go anything between them. Moving on. This stupid dumb oaf. Get him off my screen. We'll make it quick too. And I may not have picked the most favorable matchups for him, but he's earned it, dude. I mean, so number one, we're going to go the winner of this fight. I mean, it's right around the corner, a month away. And Chandler is looking like he's even going to return, dude. This old fart is starting to climb up that age ladder, but he's going to need some time off. And Joel Alvarez's weight cuts aren't nice. Let's just go assuming that Joel Alvarez wins this, right? His weight cuts aren't the best, and he's made it clear that he might want to move up to welterweight, but we're going to play this lightweight card until he's officially done it, because he said it and then took a fight. So who knows, right? Probably because they're offering him a ranking, but the winner of this fights Chandler, and honestly, even if Benoit Saint Denis wins this, he probably beats Chandler. I could see him get knocked out with an overhand too. Chandler's back! No, Joel Alvarez probably just waits and 1-2s him and like front kicks him out cold while Chandler's already rocked. But yeah, I mean, Joel Alvarez, just because Chandler finished. And the next fight, you could also do Moicano. Who else was I thinking? Oh, there was someone else in between that area that I think already got a fight. Not Grant Dawson, but get on to Moicano. Moicano is probably going to brutally finish him, too. There's so much scar tissue Chandler has. It's so hard to not see him just covered in blood in a fight. But yeah, Moicano would probably finish him pretty bad with ground and pound. I mean, both these fights work decently well with scheduling. Moicano had a pretty embarrassing last loss. This was the perfect fight to rewrite it, right? Like, jump right back into a fight that has eyes on it, lots of talk, and I mean, last fight's a fluke. Islam isn't really better. Let's be honest here. But yeah, Chandler is buying himself some nice tickets right out of the top 15 with whatever matchup he's getting here. And I don't even, like, the Moicano one is tossing him a bone, right? Because it's like, Moicano's ahead of him. He should be fighting down to one of those guys. The reason I haven't picked one of the other lightweights too is they might be matched up a little later. But yeah, I mean, I'd really love to see the Joel Alvarez-Michael Chandler fight. Would be brutal finish. And it would probably be a perfect feature fight. We can't keep doing a Michael Chandler co-main as much as he sells it. Feature fight is still enough to be on that press conference, right? So, Joel Alvarez, Michael Chandler feature fight. Moving on. The Bella Goat, Patrício Pitbull. Dude, get out of my screen. Fight Josh Emmett. People keep telling me Patrício Pitbull has power. And I keep hearing it. And now, I mean, let's test it. I have a feeling these guys are going to take way too long of way too much time off than they actually should. Oh, who are you gonna be to tell these fighters how much time they should take off? Shut the hell up, dude. He's 40, he's 38. How about be a little more active, Mr. Grandpa, if you want to have any run at the end of your UFC career? Yeah, I mean, this would be a perfect power matchup. This is the, okay, Unk, you got to retire. Whoever loses this one, right? Flatline KO, deaded. Or it's going to be both these guys have so much power, we're overselling this fight, and nothing happens. This would be a great Apex main event. And, probably Josh Emmett just off Bellator fraud check, but I don't know. Yeah, just put in an Apex main event. I mean, also, I'm a hater of Apex main events. I will never advocate for one. But it was pissing me off how little Patrício Pitbull was selling himself this fight. Like, let's go. Come on. Have that funky, cool Brazilian translator write down a little jab to say, right? Have DC saying, Volkanovski, you're not... And he did the whole $1 million bet. But then it kind of ended there, right? And that was like a month ago, right? That was at the old press conference, not even the new one. The new one was so dead on his terms. Everything else was fun about it. And it's like, there's so much fun that could happen on stage and you couldn't even sell it, like, really? And I'm such a big UFC fan. Even if he said something and the crowd didn't even give him a pop, you're like, oh, that's cool at least. No, not anything. So you and yourself a flatline KO loss. Please, Josh Emmett. Yeah, put this on an Apex event in 2 years probably. They need their time to really lock in like Chandler does. But yeah, moving on. Gene Silva. Now we got some 2 matchups for him. And so whatever doesn't happen, I'll explain it when I get to it. But first matchup I see, Bryant. And this is the highest rank we'll go for him. He's calling for a title shot, as any delusional person would. And I mean, tell yourself, shoot for the star, right? But don't be afraid. You can always land on the clouds on the way back. That was a little interpolation. Figure it out. But yeah, I mean, Brian Ortega. And I don't see... Brian Ortega was like, I want to move up to lightweight. But then again, didn't do it either. So you're still a featherweight, buddy. You're farting around. And, it's your time to rewrite your last fight, right? And, I mean, this is what happens to a lot of the older contenders. They have a good couple-year run, and they sit around, and it's like, this new guard's come around. Gene Silva would probably absolutely, great. He'd probably annihilate him, though. Have his face looking like hamburger, just like Brian Ortega's face looks in every other fight. Right? And, like, think of this. If everyone makes Brian Ortega look like a zombie, what's Gene Silva going to do to him? And now let me not sell this as if Gene Silva's going to become champ and he's undeniable, but it's just a hard matchup. And the other one, actually, I think it's a pretty hard matchup. See, now I'm saying that because I glaze Arnold Allen, and I met him, and we're best friends now. I'm lying about all of that, but... No, I met him, though. That wasn't a lie. But, so it'd be an amazing fight. Arnold Allen is so underrated. Keep making food reviews. I love watching them on YouTube. But food review is more like travel vlogs with a bunch of food in them. But I love it. The whoever doesn't get this matchup, have fun fighting Aaron Pico, right? It's like, they should both offer these fighters a fight with Gene Silva. Whoever says no, you sign yourself up to the Bellator tomato can entrance fee. You get to be the nice person to welcome those Bellator vets straight into the UFC with another wasted win, right? But I'd love to see the Arnold Allen fight. This would be an amazing, even main event on a crowded fight night. See, now, we haven't had a Brazil card or fight night since 301. That's been a while now, right? It's been over a year. We could do like a Pantoja main event, or imagine Merab Pantoja, Gene Silva co-main, because it's like that's enough star power in the main event, right? You could do that, or you can have, even on that Guadalajara card we're talking about, have like Pantoja move up, fight Merab, and then do a Moreno interim belt. Moreno Royval 3, finish the trilogy. Kill me already, right? But no, it's a fun fight. But still, this fight, whatever the pick is, honestly, I'd kind of prefer Arnold Allen, even though he's lower in the rankings, because Gene Silva did just beat number 13. But a man who keeps finishing after finishing after finishing, right? It's like these fighters deserve the reward. They don't deserve that, number 12 versus number 1, random step up, right? It's like, no, this guy's finishing guys. Even though I'm not completely sold he's champ, it's like, damn. Clearly a leap ahead of Bryce Mitchell and how he handled that fight, right? Well, moving on. Bryce Mitchell. Now, I'll just show it. Dude, he's unranked now. And as much as I'd like to give him, like whoever Giga fights next, the winner or loser of that fight, or someone in the 15, like a Cater, Calvin Qatar, they put him outside the rankings, and it's not a good look. Let's just say that. Bryce Mitchell isn't going to be tossed a bone here. No pun intended. But, so this is something more realistic, right? Chepe Mariscal has earned himself a ranked fighter, let's be honest. He's been running through, I don't want to say tomato cans, because some of them are definitely UFC caliber, right? But he's just been win after win after win after win after win, and he's starting to become undeniable. And he's having that Merab fight style, but at a slight, right, 10 pounds higher weight class, he's looking so much more of a killer, right? Training with that Gaethje camp, And it's starting to rub off on him. He's the in-between of Rob and Gaethje, where it's like he'll push a crazy pace and break you, but not at the damage of Gaethje. He'll like clinch you up and work you like hell in that clinch and have some nice breaking shots and have nice blitzes, but in between that, he'll stay defensively composed. And also, my man's a 3-head. He's going to take any punishment he wants. Let's test him against a really strong, proven grappler who's only losing solid competition, right? So this is proof. You're ready for the rankings. You're not. Chepe Mariscal, get in there. Fight Bryce Mitchell. And now, this is a matchup where Bryce Mitchell can't shoot himself in the foot by saying something completely insane, right? Chepe Mariscal isn't going to provoke him like Gene Silva possibly could. So this is just a safe matchup overall. I mean, put this to the co-main event of any Apex fight night you want. Any fight night you could put this, even a crowded one. This would be a good co-main event. I mean, I feel like these guys would be built to fight in Iowa, but that's way too close around. But yeah, put them in a co-main of a crowded fight. This would be an amazing fight, I think. Amazing post-fight speech, too. Because it'd probably go to a war. But yeah, moving on. Oh, also may I say, there's a lot of other featherweight fights in the rankings to make. So I will just throw in there Hunter Emil, my Filipino goat. Hunter Emil, you better become the champ. Hunter Emil versus Sadiq Youssef. I don't know where Sadiq Youssef is. He might be in a retirement home. But if he's still fighting, fight Hunter Emil, dude. You got to get flatline KO'd and then Hunter Emil fights for ranking. But there's also another featherweight extra fight I'm going to throw in later. But Dominick, the Dominator Reyes. I mean, Rakic, right? It's obvious. Couple spots up in the rankings. He deserves a climb. He doesn't deserve a number 3, number 4, right? I don't want to kill him yet. And I still am not confident to put him against those crazy power guys. Oh, Rakic head kick Jimmy Mano won 2011. I know it wasn't that long, but like, come on, guys. Rakic highlights have not happened in a long time. And I know he's fighting skill. He's literally fighting the number 1 guy in his last fight. But like, it's been decision after decision after decision. And what happens when these decision guys fight someone with the power of Dominick Reyes? Dominick Reyes will flatline KO. It would be so nice if Dominick Reyes KOs him and goes, "Where's my bill?" And I don't know if he even... I mean, okay, I think here's the roadmap. KO Rakic and propel yourself ahead of these other randos, right? Or propel yourself right into that talking spot. Or maybe even the winner of Jamal versus Khalil in Azerbaijan for some reason. But have them fight, and then the winner of that. Or, so if it gets a decision, fight the winner of that. But if he gets a flatline KO, you could probably argue so much more, like literally almost anyone. Maybe not the belt, but literally anyone else if he gets the KO. Because he is highlight reel after highlight reel after highlight reel. And just as I was saying in the Gene Silva fight, it starts to become undeniable, right? When you get this much eyes, this much eyes, this much eyes. And he's already built the name. He's already been up there, been down there. This is a more composed. This is more ready. And he's coming for that belt. Next, though, Nikita Krylov. Dustin Poirier was right. He just blitzed in there. And he just got flatlined. And, see, now, originally, I was going to go Bogdan Guskov. But I didn't. Because the thing is, Bogdan Guskov, not the most active, but he's not going to want to wait for Nikita Krylov to heal up. Alonzo Menifield just got in a war not too long ago. And, I mean, they were throwing the hell down, right? And Nikita, even though he's criminally underrated, he's not criminal, but he's underrated. Even though he's pretty underrated, he's still not ranked too high, especially after losing to Dominick Reyes. He's below the 10 spot. I think he's 10 or 11 or 12. So it's like, no, now you're fighting number 15, 14. And, I mean, this fight is just going to be based off schedules. Not that Nikita Krylov's schedule lines up with anyone. He just took 2 years off. But just throwing this at a wall and hoping it sticks, right? Because, I mean, this would be an amazing fight. Fun fight. Flatline KO. Open up a crowded fight night with it. Or even a featured fight on a crowded fight night. But this is a great fight. Not much to say other than someone will die. And honestly, I wasn't thinking highly of Alonzo of recent. I thought he was going to go on a big skid. But momentum is seemingly everything sometimes in these matchups. And Nikita looked horrible. Moving on, though. Dude, he looks so goofy with that mustache and the stupid look. But Dan Ige getting a controversial finish, right? Trying to wash that out of the taste of everyone's mouth. It's not his fault, but I mean, it'd be so much nicer if we got a good finish because he's earned himself a Yusuf Zalal fight. And I don't want to... See, the thing is, when you're winning, you should be fighting up the rankings. I wanted to give him Cater, but that's a little too low. But then again, he just only beats these unranked guys, and then he just decision lost to people who are better than him. It's like, no, we're not giving you that leap up anymore where you get to lose a close decision to number 4 in the world. No, not allowed. Nope, Yusuf Zalal is going to 29-28 masterclass you around the ring. And I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Look how big this guy's jaw is. Like, do you see him going down? No, right? Not really. I'll try to quick fire these last few fights. But I do just see... I mean, and Dan Ige's movement looked pretty solid in the third round. How he was chasing down Sean Woodson, touching him, not committing to any shot. And I think that's going to be a big key to how to beat Yusuf Zalal is cutting off that very nice elusive movement and not committing too hard to any big shot and just touching him. But Yusuf Zalal is completely reinvented from that first UFC run. This is a different fighter. That's like how Sean Brady reinvented himself after that Bilal loss. Yusuf Zalal looks amazing. And as much as it was annoying to see him run in that third round, I am a fan of greatness. And if you're going to stink up a fight, at least be consistent, at least win. And that's what he is doing. He's looking outstanding, right? And he's being decently active too. And there should be a pretty quick turnaround. Dan Ige didn't take the most damage. He was caught with a big knee here and there. But, I mean, probably don't put this as a main event because this would really kill the crowd. But crowded fight night, co-main event. Perfect fight. This propels either of them to getting a top 10 matchup. And I have it a Yusuf Zalal decision though. But moving on. Sean Woodson. Now, I feel bad for my bro. Got done dirty. I mean, especially by the scorecards too. 2018 going to that third round. But, dude, you were bullying all these guys by being 6'3". You've screwed yourself. You've gotten yourself the most boring matchup in the division. He's not going to sell the fight either. He is Sean Brady light. And he will probably, if you're not timing a perfect knee, which could happen, right? Pat Sabatini's been catchable. But Pat Sabatini is probably going to 30-27, drag you down and drown you, right? This is some level of wrestling we need to see against Sean Woodson. He's fought some decent grapplers here and there, but nothing, I think, shocking and appalling like Pat Sabatini. So, yeah, you've earned it, buddy. Good job. But moving on. Oh, not moving on. Here's the other featherweight fight I wanted to talk about. Dooho Choi. Dude, he's on a run, and so is Nathaniel Wood. Make that fight. Wait, did that fight happen? Okay, but the fight I announced earlier, and there's also Caceres here. So I just named 5 fighters. If I accidentally messed up and matched up a fight that already happened, switch a few around. But make sure Hyder Emil, give him the most favorable matchup, if you're doing that, though. But Dooho Choi, Nathaniel Wood, if it hasn't been made, I didn't look it up, but if it hasn't been made, that's a fun fight to make. And please, Alex Caceres. I thought he was a bum originally when I played him on UFC 2, and he had a horrible record. But damn, Caceres' career revivalry over the past 3 years, right? He's looked amazing. Then he just disappeared after a controversial decision loss. It's like, come back, bro. We need you. You're making this featherweight division pretty fun. Moving on. Chase the Gooner Hooper. He's up there. Oh, yeah, he's up there. It's Grant Dawson, though. Grant Dawson just had the Diego Ferreira fight, and I feel bad for him because he's ranked and he's not getting the treatment he's deserved. But it's decision after decision after decision. He's not really selling himself either. Chase Hooper deserves a step up, but... And he deserves the ranking because the Jim Miller fight is the step before the ranking, right? Just like that Bobby Green fight. So Chase Hooper, it's probably going to be another decision too, and I hate that. But Chase Hooper at least has some name value, and this fight won't be the biggest, craziest seller, but another co-main on a crowded fight night, or maybe the second fight on a pay-per-view, right? There's still a ranking involved on a weaker pay-per-view, right? So many of these fights are ranked guy versus unranked guy, or there's some intrigue, but it's not the biggest fight. These are perfect for those lower tier pay-per-views because they're still fun fights. We need a name off this fight. Someone, please, for the love of God, make a name out of yourself. Put this on the card, right? So there's some perfect name-building matches on this card. On these fights I'm making after 314. Let's move on to the next fight. God damn. Oh. There's a question mark there. Why is there a question mark there? Because it's Zhang Weili. And Jandiroba has done everything she needs to prove she should fight for that belt. Especially, I'm sick of these D1 Tatiana Suarez wrestles dudes. Well, Zhang Weili's more than a dude, apparently, right? And it's like, dude, no, we're back to jiu-jitsu over wrestling. These jiu-jitsu guys, Charles Oliveira, Paddy Pimblet, they're out wrestling Michael Chandler's, right? There's another, Malik Waldella Costa is out grappling exchanging, even though he's getting taken down more. He's out grappling Christian Rodriguez, that fundamental grappling base. And so, the reason there's a question mark there, dude, if Fiora somehow loses to Shevchenko, this women's fight is probably going to be 48-47 either way. But let's say Shevchenko wins, Weili moves up. Now Jandiroba is fighting for a vacant belt. So it's 50-50 what she's going to be fighting for. But Jandiroba for the belt, no matter what. She's undeniable. Please, for the love of God, just give her the title shot. Stop ducking this fine lady. Moving on. Julian Erosa. Committed complete elderly abuse. Slaughter the poor old man. You're dying. Felipe Lima has looked amazing. See, I'm cooking on these fights, dude. Felipe Lima has looked amazing. This is the step up he needs. He's still fine at featherweight for some reason. But if you're committing to this featherweight division, dude, fight a lanky guy. There are so many. We need to prove that you can fight all these different styles on the way up. You've beaten the short, stocky guy. You've beaten the nice Naimov wrestler, right? And you've looked outstanding. You are the future of this division. But we still need to test you. And even if you lose, I still think you're the future of this division. Just because, give him a style that's hard for him early on, right? Let him learn. This is how monsters are made, dude. I feel like Lima is the type, it's like, I came from absolute bumbers. Every time they come from Brazil, I just feel like they come from the favela or hardship. But still, these guys are monsters. They're learning. Give him that Julian Erosa matchup. And let's say he wins it. I think he will. I hope he does. But let's say he flatline KOs him. Dude, Erosa has a name. Not that Paddy Pimblet name, but he still has a name. That would do wonders for the start, a third fight in Lima's career. Because think about it. Julian Erosa win, right? He's still not put into a position where he needs to fight a ranked guy next. He could beat Erosa, still fight an unranked guy, and then get to the number 15 spot then, right? It's like, dude, this is a solid matchup, and I just want to see this guy fight. I have so much intrigue in his style and everything he does, right? He's so technical. And again, I am a fan of greatness. Even if you're coming off a slightly tuned down version of yourself in your last fight, you're winning and you're consistent. And I love that consistency. That's why I think Julian Erosa is going to be flatline killed because Mr. Inconsistent is standing across from him, right? Felipe Lima is going to win. Moving on. This is the last one I'm going to call. I was so happy in this performance. Now, I think he had the best, I don't know if this is the right word for it, but you'll get what I'm saying. The best performance of the night. Because think of this. He showed out. He had an amazing fight. He got caught once or twice, but it was just shot after shot after shot. Insane pace, destroying, taking him with massive shots. Insane shot selection, too. And let's look at Volkanovski. Okay, so much more of an impressive win, beating the third-ranked guy in the world, right? But he did it well, getting dropped, right? A closer decision. You could even argue at 48-47. This guy was mopping the floor, dragging around. Still, sure, getting caught by one or two shots, but it was nowhere near as close. And, dude, the showcasing he put on the early prelims, he showed he's nothing but highlight reels outside of the Contender Series fight, right? He's here to make a statement. He's here to draw eyes. Dude, will this not be a fucking insane fight? I think I cooked so hard with this. Right? Look at what Cesar Almeida's coming off too. Dude, they would put this in the Apex for some reason. It would make me so angry. But this fight, put it in. Main card opener of the Brazil pay-per-view, or maybe a featured fight in the Brazil card. Dude, put this on the main card of something, anything other than an Apex fight. I have cooked. I want Tulio to win because he looks amazing, but these guys, just off their finishes, are getting name value for themselves, right? These guys are killers. This would be a highlight reel of the ages. This wouldn't be ground and pound, soy, cover up, little TKO, right? This would be, holy shit, he's dead, and I think he's seizing. Let's get the stretcher. 10 out of 10. I cooked. You can't deny it. Make this fight now. I feel like Cesar Almeida looks like he wants to be active, right? He looks like he wants to fight me now, right? And Tulio took a bit of damage, so maybe give him 5-6 months off. But Cesar Almeida wants to fight more recently, probably. No, screw it. Give Tulio 4 months off and put this, dude, maybe even the main prelim of like around International Fight Week, or like on a crowded fight night around International Fight Week, and really sell it. These have been the matchups to make after UFC 314. Thanks for watching.